Right. Welcome, travelers of the multiverse, to a special presentation. This unhinged man-child and Shinobi Mystic Miniatures Forge. We're trying out a continuation from a video concept where I set up this, I guess, projector map for the waterfall, and then showing the different permutations, how you can add the physical map, the projector layer, and then now the digital layer. So we're going full digital, and we're going to try something new and fun and exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fun and exciting.
It is fun, exciting, and different.
For anyone, yeah, Shinobi did call it up, and I figured I'd shout you on my live stream here that Shinobi here. I mean, he's been on the stream plenty of times. Yeah, he has his own YouTube channel, which I've recently added into my own description. The name of his channel, Mystic Miniatures Forge. So make sure you check that out for extra miniatures and I guess gaming content. Shinobi,
Yeah,
so what else are you going to cover?
fun.
So you mentioned that other game, that Apocalypse. So you're doing more than AOTP. I don't know if you just want to briefly explain, like, what else are you going to cover on your channel?
Well, so the thing is, I mean, you think of Magic the Gathering. Now what we're seeing, Wizards of the Coast is taking the Magic, and they're really going to universes beyond. They just recently came out with the Fallout set. The year before, or a couple of years before, they did Warhammer 40K. There is no end to where Magic the Gathering could possibly go. So, to ride that wave, we're going to try to take AOTP with it. Just because Wizards R&D stopped developing new stuff for this game doesn't mean that we, as the content creators here on YouTube, have to stop. So I'm going to be generating new content for miniatures that I'm able to find and acquire that could hopefully be added to the game system. So, you know, there's no limit to what your imagination and potential for this game could have been. And we hope that, you know, we find more like-minded individuals that come and join the Discord and our live chats and live streams and virtual game nights, and come and join and hang out with us, because there's way more potential to this game than what was actually released in just the 3 base game sets that we got.
Oh yeah, that's true. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're right on.
So,
there.
yeah.
Exactly, man.
Yeah, dude, I know I am. Come on, we can do it.
Yeah, there's a lot of untapped
all of a sudden,
potential.
well, what we want to
sure.
do is we want to create enough waves that all of a sudden Wizards is like, what are these guys doing? Whoa, we shouldn't have never abandoned that property. We need to breathe life back into it, and hopefully they get to hire us, and we all hang out at Wizards of the Coast doing that.
Have you heard? All right, so I'm on a live stream, and I don't want to talk down to the Heroescapers very much here, but have you heard of the shenanigans with like Avalon Hill and Renegade, like with their playtesters by any chance?
No, but I can only use my imagination and think about the kind of woes and how they're really pulling at the heartstrings, because there are people that are hardcore Heroescape fans. They love that property, and to see it being mishandled, you know, not doing it justice, not doing it right to the core. You know, you have to know who the people are buying your product, and I feel like they don't necessarily understand that kind of customer.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But so no, you're absolutely right that like it feels like they don't understand. Even times for like the Heroescapers themselves, it's like, what are they doing? Like, but on the note of like playtesting, which kind of makes me funny, where it's like, oh, if only they could hire us as a playtester. I guess what I wanted to say specifically was that like there was a lot of shenanigans, which I'm guessing maybe you didn't hear of. That like there were people there were applications that it may have been either one or both of Avalon Hill and Renegade, where they're like, hey, you can apply to be a playtester, you know, free playtester. I don't think they were paid. So, like, of course, a lot of the Heroescape community was like, oh, I want in on that. Like, they applied. Some of them got to playtest. And, like, there were some shenanigans where, like, even before, like, I think it hit the Reddit first. This was, like, probably 6 to 9 months ago, I would guess. I don't know for sure. I'd have to be fact-checked. But there were some rumors going around that, like, the company, Renegade / Avalon, again, I have to be fact checked because I'm not gonna get all this right, but I'm gonna get the general idea correct. The company was like ignoring the playtesters or like just telling them, hey, we don't need your advice anymore. Like after like 1 or 2 playtests, they're just like, nah, we don't need you anymore. Get out of here. Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they're like shutting the actual players, like someone like the diehard fans, like they're just shutting them up and telling them, nah, we don't want to hear it anymore. Like we're done with you. Oh yeah, dude.
No.
Like it was bad. So like in my mind, I'm like, man, if they ever bring this back, like. I don't know. I'd be happy, but in some ways, it's like
we
instantly.
can only expect the same kind of treatment.
Yes.
I mean, and you think about that kind of thing happening in movies that come out. I mean, you have a movie that you absolutely love, and then what do? They make a reboot, and the reboot is not necessarily the. It's not better. It was supposed to be. Maybe the graphics are better, but they didn't do it justice. It's a cash grab.
It's corporate cash grab shit. Exactly, dude. It's so sad.
It's the member berries, right? Yeah. Right? Member.
That's what it is, dude. Hey, I got we got someone stopping by. Jose Bonduelos. I'm sure I'm saying that right. My Espanol is perfecto. Says can't wait to see what you guys bring. I've been doing the same thing, creating content for this game for people I know in my area. Oh, nice. Well, yeah, welcome to the stream.
Good.
Jose.
Join the Discord. Yeah, we'd love to see your thoughts.
Yeah, in case you're not in the Discord. We got links. There should be at least 2 links in my live stream, which you should be watching. Yeah.
Jump in here, man. Yeah, you got to know, Jose, you're not alone in your efforts, and there are other people out there that love this game and love adding to it because it just needs it. You play the base game so many times, and it kind of gets boring. So there's a whole world out there.
Blasphemy. It never gets boring.
Yeah, it never gets boring.
I always look for new and creative ways to kick people's asses.
Yeah, very cool, very cool.
No, but I hear you. Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of argument about the game should have been expanded. There should be more options. That's absolutely true.
Well, there's just so many planes to Magic the Gathering, all the different worlds and the world building and all the different characters. I mean, imagine if you had the same amount of figures to the same amount of Magic cards that exist. You would never play the same game twice, ever.
Impossible.
It would be absolutely wild. Yeah.
It'd be basically almost like HeroScape, right? Like HeroScape had
however
many hundreds of cards. Probably at least a couple hundred. I might be wrong, but I think they have officially released like over 200 would be my guess without actually knowing.
Oh yeah.
Like,
no,
either
that'd
way,
be lovely. Yeah.
You can literally just like randomly pull from a pool like 20 games in a row, and you'd probably almost never get the same figure, right? In like any of those games.
Oh yeah.
Or it'd be really rare.
That combined with the craziness of the dice rolls, yeah. I mean, it would always keep you fun, excited, and really invested in the game. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of spells even adding to that more, dude. Like to the variety, it absolutely insane.
You got it, dude. Yeah. That's why I don't just make figures, but I also make spell cards too. So because I know it needed it. It absolutely needed it. So.
Man.
But yeah, man. All right. So yeah, without further ado, let's give this a try. Do you want to roll the 20-sided die and we'll roll for initiative?
Yeah, sounds good. I just clicked mine. 4.
Alright,
I failed.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh, that's a sign. That's a sign of things to come, I think.
Yes, please. All right. So let's see. Let's just start on either end of the
road.
I guess the road. Yeah. So place our figures, and yeah, you can go like one in or whatever. Yeah, wherever you want.
Yeah, that right there looks
good. And the road is kind of broken up, but I'm gonna say that they are road tiles, so you'll get the +3 movement, I believe.
Oh, that's terrifying. Okay.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, come on, man. I don't want this to take too damn long.
Oh, well,
go ahead.
Like 500. Don't worry.
It won't. Let me just shuffle our spell decks real fast, and then go ahead and feel free to draw your 3 spell cards. Oh man, shuffle.
Draw, trace. Do I need to? I might need to reload. Hang on. I don't see my name for my hand.
I was gonna say I definitely changed a lot to the map. So yeah.
It is so weird that happens.
I keep forgetting that I'm not Shinobi Mystic in here. I'm Dungeon Master.
That Shinobi mistake.
Yeah, yeah, that is a thing. Let's see. All right, so let's see. So Chandra Nalar and was it Anissa Ravine are fighting. Let's see here. I'm also gonna, what is it? Because I also have this other thing that I kind of made. what is it on the, especially while you reload.
I'm
The
good.
battle
But
scroll.
yeah. Oh, you want to roll to see what we're doing?
Yeah, so I was gonna roll the battle scroll to see why these two planeswalkers have necessarily come to fight on this very day. So I rolled a 20-sided die. So according to my calculation, a 10, an Eldritch Nexus, a mysterious force within the arena connects to Eldritch realms, attracting planeswalkers in search of forbidden power. And it doesn't necessarily have to be Eldritch realms. When I think of Eldritch, I think of the Eldrazi because they both start with ELD.
Yep.
So it could be that, but it also could be now a thing in Magic the Gathering is called Omen Paths. And the current Magic the Gathering story is the Omen Path arc. The fact that non-planeswalker characters can traverse the blind eternities and go from plane to plane, they just open up a whole can of worms with that. So
yeah, I'm sure.
So maybe it's some kind of Omen Path nexus of energy brings us together, and maybe it's caused by the waterfall, or it's underneath the waterfall. How cool would that be? Where's the portal?
Behind the waterfall.
There's a special portal. It's like, it's underneath the waterfall. How cool and magical would that be? All right, let's see. I'm going to summon up my Phoenixes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You're already sending them in.
Yeah, right? Let's see. Do I have an enchant squad? Nope. No, sir, I don't. I'm gonna do Chandra's. I was gonna say, the spell cards come out.
Tiny that is.
Super tiny. You ever see the world's smallest spell deck? Yeah. They have like you could play a game of Magic the Gathering, but the super tiny, half the size, they're like the size of like a keychain.
Oh wow.
So Chandra's Fury. So Chandra, Enchanted Planeswalker, gets +1 attack as long as it is unengaged. So I'll give that a try. Let's see. Let's shrink it back down. Shrink Ray, activate. Yeah. All right. So Chandra's on the move, and we both agreed that we're gonna get +3 move.
Oh yeah.
All right. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. Who do we appreciate? All right, that's the end of my turn.
Right. Oh, I get to draw. Who's going second is absolute. Oh yeah, dude. This is pro tactics. I think I'm about to have this really boring turn of just running up and doing nothing. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's epic.
8. We're gonna run. Let's see.
It can't always be fun and exciting. Oh, but yeah, you're right next to the bridge. Yeah.
And I can sprint 3. Right. So wait, 1, 2, 2. Oh, where do I want to sprint to?
Yeah.
Sprint.
Oh yeah, you're using the sprint ability, right?
Yeah, I'm just ending my turn.
Okay.
Sure. I'll go right there. Go ahead. You could do your thing.
Right on the bridge. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Deal 1 to the game master, dungeon master. All stuff targeting creatures. Let's see. So how does that work with the Phoenixes? The Phoenixes fly over the road tiles, so they don't get the +3. They just fly.
Unless you choose to walk.
They can walk? I figured they'd be hobbling like penguins or something.
Yeah.
They can walk?
Yeah, that's a whole argument. It depends on how you interpret the rules. That technically, I think on very strictest terms, flying tends to make you believe you can never not fly, right?
Oh, let's just read the card. If you read the card, it explains the card.
Yes.
When counting movement spaces for flaming phoenixes, ignore elevations. They may fly over water.
That's true. Yeah.
Pass over figures without becoming engaged, and fly over obstacles such as ruins. When they start to fly, it will take any leaving engagement attacks. So when counting movement for phoenixes, ignore elevations. So the first statement makes me think that they have to fly. The second statement makes me think that they may fly. So I don't know. So they almost.
So here's the thing.
When you have a positive and a negative, I don't know what to think because it's not like there's two negatives and that'd be a negative and then two positive and a positive. Yeah. So I'm just gonna say these things don't even have legs.
There's HeroScape precedent that says, because like that's like 100% just stolen right out of HeroScape, like that same exact phrasing. So there are things in HeroScape like glyphs and stuff that actually tell you that, like, oh, if you have the flying ability, you no longer have it. So it's like, well then, or something about like, maybe it's not that you no longer have it, but rather you can't fly. Like there's a glyph that's just like you can't fly anymore.
Oh wow.
So then it's like, all right, then so they eventually came to a ruling, or maybe it wasn't even a ruling, but rather some like understanding that like flying is a choice, especially because like what if you're engaged and like you just want to move one space? Because like it says, if you start to fly, you will take any leaving engagement attacks.
Leaving engagement, yeah.
So. Yeah, long story short, there's two reasons that. Well, first of all, this HeroScape precedent, which is whatever, it is what it is. I wouldn't always take my rules based on HeroScape precedent. But number two, I think, in my opinion, which I think is important, is like if we want to say, like, to have a map or have a mechanic that says, hey, you can't fly through some number of spaces or something, like we gotta give flying guys the option to at least walk, right?
Okay. Yep.
That's my take.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna move the phoenixes just closer up the road. Yeah, I flew them. They flew that way. That's how they moved.
Okay.
I physically picked up the miniature and put them down. Your turn, my friend.
All right. More cards. More cards. We're gonna have some.
Yeah, right. It's a real like you don't know what you're gonna get because what Mikey made up for you.
So I don't think I mean, it's all the official stuff. I at least kind of know what to expect. I don't know how to make my card bigger. I'm not sure if I can. I put it like right below the map, right next to like my elves.
Yeah, let me
just blow it up
for you.
It's Leaf Arrow. It's basically your enchantment, only with an additional thing that I can choose to blow it up for +2 power. Yeah. That's on this.
Oh yeah, dude. Green guys and the green background. I just didn't want this like bright white thing. Like I always say, my face gets so bleached out from the TV screen. I'm like, I look weird.
See. Oh, you're like yellow. Now you're yellow. You're yellow on my screen. What I see.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, the
Simpsons did it. Yeah.
I'm trying to see. It's hard for me to see where the hexes are on the road, so I'm trying to like stare at this.
You want me to change the color?
5, 6, 7. Can you? Is it easy? Like, can you make it like black or red or something? I'm not really sure what would look good. I feel like black or red would probably do. I feel like a red would probably do this pretty good, because there's a lot of like.
Whoa, dude.
That helps. That definitely helps. All right.
Yeah. No, I mean anything to make, and that's the thing is you got to remember it's a game first, and then everything else after that. So.
That's true.
It's not as pretty though.
I guess you're right. It's hard to see. I was squinting like crazy.
Oh, she's like just slowly, like she's really unsure of the bridge, so she just like takes 2 steps forward. She's like, interesting.
We're actually far more terrified of the phoenixes than the bridge.
Yeah. Or the bridge is like really unstable. Like you don't know how ancient that bridge is, how many battles it's been through.
I just rolled 1 attack. I didn't mean to. But that's okay. I'll count that as one of my.
It's all right. You blanked. You blanked out anyway.
I'm attacking your phoenix number 1 is what I intended to do. But so I was supposed to roll 4. I got 1 blank. I didn't mean to roll the. Gosh.
I'm sorry, dude. There's too many buttons.
No, it's fine. It's actually because I'm so used to like mine that like.
Yeah, it's in the middle.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna roll 3 more dice because I'm supposed to roll 4 dice and I got a blank. It looks like. So I'm gonna roll 3 more. Yeah. Right, so I got 1.
Okay, so that's your Planeswalker versus Phoenix 1.
Yeah. So you get 1 defense.
And then 1 defense. So combat die. Uno.
Oh
yeah. He gone.
Send him to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah. You have been banished.
I'm done. Go ahead.
Oh, and then she runs away. What the hell? Wow. All right. Let's see. Deal. What's the deal? Let's see. Dungeon Master.
Have fun dealing with this.
Yeah, I guess that's like a thing, huh? Have fun dealing with Nisa, he says. Right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. So, yeah, so I'm gonna be the Phoenixes while they're still alive. Let's see. How do I rebirth them whenever you play a red sorcery?
Yep.
You wouldn't think that'd be too hard to do.
It usually isn't, but yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not very close to you, so I have a feeling most of your sorceries are useless right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, they're not the bestest.
Most of the red sorceries only work while you're already.
If you kill the entire squad, I can't rebirth nothing.
That's correct. Yeah.
And that's because the army card goes to the graveyard.
Well, yeah, that and because you haven't triggered the ability to have them respawn, right?
Well, it's like whenever you play, if you have at least one Flamewing Phoenix on the battlefield. So if you have none, sorry, you don't fit that condition.
They're dead for good.
So
exactly.
Sucks to be you, man. All right. I'm gonna be the Phoenixes. I'm gonna fly over with my canaries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna put that one right in the water. This one's gonna go 1, 2,
Negative
3,
element.
4. I know technically this should take 1 wound. A negative element, right?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one's gonna go down by the river. living in a Phoenix down by the river. All right, that's it. Yeah, I mean they only have a range of 1, so it'd be only attacking anything adjacent to them. So that's it.
Right.
That's my turn, and that's what it's all about.
You've made my job easy. Thank you.
No, fair enough. Yeah. He's shooting up from the bridge. Yeah, he's like, choo choo. Can you see? Yeah, it's like, can you see that? Of course. Hell yeah, you can see that. I just made this map as a physical miniature.
Oh, that's true.
Like, definitely see that. Yeah.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
It actually, like, when you zoom in like 100%, like the map looks amazing.
That's true. It does look pretty nice when you zoom in.
Oh, Nisa's off the road. She's like, hold on, I gotta take a pit stop.
I gotta blow your Phoenix away.
I was gonna say she's getting rid of that burning sensation, isn't she?
So I get 5, right? Because we consider the water to be lower than the rest.
Oh yeah, no, I'm down there. Yeah.
So combat 5, 2. I think you're dead.
Oh yeah, there's no way I can, cause I'm just rolling 1. Yeah. Oh, no mas.
No mas. 1, 2.
2. That was Flamewing Phoenix 2. Oh, so now I fit that condition. If there's at least 1 Phoenix remaining.
That's true. You do now. If you can, yeah, you still do. If you do, what is it? Play the play a sorcery.
Play a sorcery. Yeah. See, Chandra's like, she's over there like checking out the ruins. She's like got her magnifying glass or something. She's like, Jinkies, I think I found a mystery.
1, 2, 3. Actually, do I want to go 1, 2, 3? I don't know what I want to do with my sprint.
I don't know what you want to do either.
I'll sprint there. I just sprint 1 space. That's fine. Go ahead. I'm done.
She like took 1 step and was like, I rolled my ankle.
we're enjoying the field of grass here in the middle. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't even get grass tiles with AOTP. You got to turn to HeroScape for that.
Yeah, you only get sand.
Yeah, you're just playing in a sandbox. Yeah. Let's see. Oof. Oh boy. Oh boy. Mm-hmm.
Play a desperate red sorcery. I
it's
dare you.
It's like it doesn't work though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess I could try this. So I'm also curious, does this even work? Because there's necessarily no valid targets. So if I play dual casting, play a red sorcery from your graveyard that you played this turn. So I played a sorcery.
There is no legal target, right?
But
I don't
then
know.
It's just like,
personally don't have a problem with you doing that. However, I know I want to say playing with Don and Arcanus, I want to say at least one or both of them, they would argue that this is illegal. But I don't mind. Like, go ahead and do it.
Because there's nothing there.
Like, there's no target for it. But then again, it doesn't really need a target. It's just saying play a sorcery.
It's just it's like, I played a sorcery.
So maybe I'm wrong, because I think I've tried this with spells that have a target, and I just play it. And, like, there's no legal target, so it's like, I don't know, is the card legal? I don't know.
Nah, all right. Well, if you're cool with it, I'm gonna give it a try.
Gotta play it.
I'm gonna try to rebirth a Phoenix.
Right.
So how does that work? The Phoenix.
At the end of the turn, you can put it back next to your Planeswalker.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna do that. So that's like on the stack. And then do I even move this damn Phoenix? Jeez. Oh, but I have to be the Phoenix.
No, you don't have to.
Oh, it's a passive thing. Okay.
Because it says whenever you play a red sorcery. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then I'm gonna be Chandra and just try to move her.
That's the trigger. The trigger is when you play a red sorcery. So yeah, it doesn't. It's triggered. Yeah. It's not activated. That's what I meant to say there.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's her move of 6. But then we're on the road, so it's another +1, +2, +3. So now she's checking out the bridge. Jinkies. I don't know why I keep saying that. Okay. End turn.
On the mine.
Yeah, right. Oh, now it's the end of my turn, so now I get to
put a Phoenix next to her.
But that thing that I was trying to do that I totally, and that's the other problem about these kind of games is like, your activations are your responsibility. Like, you have to remember that.
That's true. Yeah.
Throw that one this way, closer to the enemy. All right, so now it's truly the end of my turn.
Okay.
Repopulated that. Yeah, look at that waterfall. The Phoenix would be like totally dead. Like, you talk about negative element, like he's getting misted in the spray, like he'd totally be doused. Like he'd be like, ah! Like this is literally the worst place for me to hang out. What the hell are you thinking?
It's like having knives rain on you if you were a human, right?
Yeah. Ow! My flesh. Yeah.
All right, what am I doing? I gotta summon. You're making me summon. Not even sure if it's worth, but I'm gonna put these fools down.
Yeah, right. A bunch of elves.
1, 2, 3.
Bunch of elves on the road. Yo, you don't come over here. This is elf territory.
Yeah, this is exactly. This is elf territory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Is this where 3 is? Is that considered a road? I do want to keep him on road, but it's like it's hard for me to tell.
Yeah, no, there's road on there. Yeah, I'd say if
call it a road.
If 60% of the hex has a certain feature, then yeah, I would say it is like whatever it is.
It's about 50. Yeah. It looks like it's about 50% road. It's hard to tell.
Yeah. No, I'd say it's good. Here. Yeah, no, but yeah, if you wanted to go there, you could.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not
no
I'm not gonna not allow it. And like I said, as a general rule, as a game master, you don't really want to you don't want to be too bad of a rules lawyer. You don't want to stick it to the players. You want them to have a good time. You want them, you don't want to put a blockade or a wall and stop the fun. It's like, oh, you can't do that. You can't do that because of this and this and this. Like, oh, come on, man. It's just a game. If I'm not having fun, then what the hell's the point?
Sure.
So, yeah.
That's
how I feel. That's how I feel.
I hear you. 2, 3. I'm gonna show you how I have fun when I shoot
you. Oh boy. Yeah, I know you have fun schooling me in Magic, bro.
7. Damn, dude.
Magic the Gathering, Arena of the Planeswalkers. Trademark. Registered.
I don't know if I have many good shots at your guys.
Yeah, you might have to wait a little bit longer. The suspense is killing me.
Alright, so this is all going to be considered level 1. That's what you said. So I don't have to climb the mountains.
Yeah, where we are.
Run up into the mountains.
We could like start messing with that. I did have it like it was like going up like 4 or 5 elevations when I built it out with the projector and everything.
Because I'm going up there.
He's going up there.
1, 2. 3,
you got to take the stairs though.
Okay. All right. 1. 2,
otherwise,
3,
there's no
4,
way you could climb up the other way. It's just way too high.
2, 3, 4, 5. That's fine. Okay.
He's going up the stairs.
So she's gonna go here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna shoot your Phoenix 3. I got 5 dice.
4, 5, 6. Oh, wish she had got. Oh, she has a range of 7. Oh, damn, dude.
She's nutty. Yo, 1. That's bad. That's bad.
That's all it takes, though. That's all you really need.
Oof. I'll take it. I don't like it, but I'll take it.
Well, he was bathing in knives or something anyway.
He's bathing in metaphorical knives for all he cared. 1, 2.
Yeah, like she saw that thing. It was barely even. Flame on, flame off.
I'm
hiding in the shadows. She's in the shadow space.
Yeah, I'm hiding in the darkness now.
That's cool. All right. Wow, dude. Look at you. Yeah. I'm over here. No, I'm over here. All right. Is that the end of your turn, my friend?
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. Let's see what kind of pyrotechnics I'm getting here. Let's see. I'm gonna enchant my Planeswalker.
Oh yeah.
Stoke the flames. Let's make it big. Let's actually make it big. So, Stoke the Flames can enchant only a Planeswalker you control, which is funny because it says enchant Planeswalker, so you're kind of re-saying the same thing. All figures you control
it's not, though. Because technically, if it didn't have that phrase, you could put that on my Planeswalker. Like, remember how I was doing that to you? With,
hold the W.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. So Gideon's Phalanx doesn't say that, although I have a feeling they meant to put it there, they didn't put it there. Because it's the same thing as Gideon's Phalanx, right? Except red and gives you power, right? Like, it's exactly it.
Very interesting.
That's why that's there, so there's a reason, yeah.
Oh, there was a reason. Okay, alright. I thought they were just being foolish. Alright, all figures you control within 4 clear sight spaces of enchanted Planeswalker get +1 attack. Alright. Let's see, back.
Terrifying.
Not too bad. The single Phoenix, so.
A single Phoenix.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna be Chandra. Let's see. And she is on the road space. Yeah, let's do that. Move 6. So I'm gonna move 6. So I'm gonna move through the Phoenix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just trying to calculate real fast. Oh no, that doesn't work. Alright, so how many spaces away are you guys? 1, 2, 3. 1. I was also wondering if this measuring tool also works too.
Oh, cool.
2.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, so, okay, so that's 1 hex.
You're 9.
2
It
hex.
should be 9.
9?
I think all of them are 9 away from you, yeah.
Yeah, look, they are all equally 9.
Is Nissa also 9 away? I think she is, maybe 10.
She's 8,
she's 8.
it says.
Oh, she's closer? Holy crap. Okay.
That's wild. Love the measuring tool. It's so helpful. I wish I had that. Like my eyeballs could just do that real quick.
I try. I definitely
Okay,
can't. I gotta sit there and count.
Okay, so I only did Chandra's base move. I didn't do the +3, but I just wanted to make sure. So we just did the measuring check.
Okay.
So what does this say? So deal 2 damage to target creature that's between 7 and 9 clear sight spaces away from your from a planeswalker you control. Yeah. So I can hit one of your elves because they're 9.
Yep.
Yeah, because I was gonna say.
9,
So
9,
you
9.
have you could do between 7, 8, or 9. That's basically what the dual shot does.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll hit elf number 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So for
How do you
2.
do this? Oh wait. Oh yeah, this doesn't work. We gotta do it the other way, like in the red box.
Oh, because it's so
so
because of the pixels are so large.
Yes, because everything is so huge in your setup. Like that's why we're playing at a zoom. Like at least I'm playing at 40%.
It's just such a tiny little dot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to go back to that. Yeah, like and think about like, oh yeah, the scaling issue, because it is like all my cards come out weird and small and tiny and
Yeah, everything's severely blown up, so it's like you have to play at like 40% or like lower for your zoom, which is really crazy.
Yeah, it's
like zoomed way out.
Yeah, I know. I'm at like 30, but like if I zoom in all the way, it's like, oh, you get insane detail.
Yeah.
Okay, so that also helps spawn
If you like that,
my
definitely.
Phoenix. That also helps spawn my Phoenix again.
Again.
But that's movement. I can't move again or anything. Yeah, because I played a spell, so that like ends my movement.
Yeah, unless you have another spell that does it, right?
Yeah, and then yeah, you're outside of my range. So that's so I'm just gonna bring back my Phoenix.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, then that's the end of my turn. Yeah, the Phoenix rises again. They tend to do that.
What pretty cards do I get? It's not
Right.
that
It's a total gamble, dude. Like, what am I getting? Sorry, the Omni Builder is awesome, though. I mean, the fact that you built that tool just because there was a need, it's so awesome. And I know that was a hell of a lot of work, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, I feel like I did a lot of the work on my previous one, my previous builder. Like, the Omni Builder was just kind of mostly doing the same thing, just copying and pasting a lot of it.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I don't remember your first one.
Oh, yeah, maybe you didn't see it. That might have been right around the time that you found
I joined. I
Discord.
joined. I came out of the closet and was like, "Hey, everybody! I exist, and I've made like 1,400 army cards, and I want to share with the community." It's now 1,500 cards.
Oh my gosh! It's now 1,500.
You poor man.
Oh crap! All right, I got a question for you.
Yeah, man.
You know I want to go here. Am I allowed to occupy this space because it's like the arm of the bridge or the whatever? What is it called? Like the guard?
Yeah, it's like the side rail or something. Yeah.
Right, am I allowed to occupy that space?
I wouldn't say you couldn't jump on there. I was thinking about like when I had the actual setup of the bridge. I was gonna say, yeah, I don't have it in front of me or anything.
Is it 2 hexes wide?
I mean,
the bridge and like the map that you built, or is it 1 hex wide?
Oh, I was gonna say
bridge.
here. Let's.
Yeah, do you have it?
Let's see if I uploaded it. Map.
Oh, you don't have the map built anymore? Did you take it down?
I took it down. Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say I thought I uploaded it or something too, but. Oh, hold on. Maybe. Oh, here. I'm just gonna move us real fast.
Oh wait, there's a picture of it?
Yeah, dude. Oh, it's a different map. Never mind.
Oh, that's pretty cool though. Holy crap.
Yeah, it's a prototype. I'm gonna test something else on a different day.
Okay.
All right, back to your regularly scheduled program.
All right. Anyway, yeah. So you don't remember if this was 2 hexes or 1 hex wide? All right. Either way.
Yeah, no, just land there, dude. Go right ahead.
Pretend
if you
it
want
was
to.
2.
Yeah.
How about that? All right. Anyway, I gotta kill you with my elves then.
I was like, oh, I know it was. Well, basically, like you were showing me with that program, you built the map, and what do? You fly over with the 3D. You fly over it, and then you just take a snapshot when you're directly overhead. So, Yeah, I've been trying to think about that. It's like, oh, let me just build some maps and take like high quality snapshots, and we could always use those. So, no, it'd be neat. So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
I got these 2 spells I'm playing for you here.
Okay, cool.
I don't know if you can see those. They're again, they're like right by my elf.
Yeah, I see him.
Teeny
I'm
tiny.
just trying to grab the corner. Oh, he's doing it. He's going for it.
The elves are going in.
Yeah. So you're snaring the skies. So squad with range greater than 1 gets +2 range and +1 attack until end of turn, and then you're overrunning. So it's like until end of turn. Creatures you control get +2 attack and trample. Nice, dude. Yeah. If this creature would assign and damage destroy a figure, you may have the rest of its damage to a figure. Oh, so trample is actually like awesome. Where a lot of the keyword abilities in AOTP only really pertain to creatures. You know,
Trample's
it's like death touch only hurts creatures and stuff.
Death touch is only squads too, even worse. So it's like trash. Mostly trash, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, trample's a good one then. Yeah.
Trample's pretty reasonable.
Mm-hmm. Well, it works very similar to like it does in Magic the Gathering. Yeah. Where like trample on a creature is just like it's scary because you're like, oh, it's coming. All right, the heroic elves are moving in. Like you can hear the elves, the horn as they like move in. Yeah. There we go.
The elvish horns. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right, I got
all in formation.
Yeah, I gotta punch everything out. Because they're what is it? A bunch of raging animals from Overrun, dude. Of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What am I doing though? I'm rolling 6. I got my first elf, my number 1. Number 1 is gonna attack your Phoenix 3 because I want to see how much overrun damage.
Oh yeah,
I
what
get
spells? Yeah, and that's unblockable basically. Like I don't get to roll against that.
3. Yeah. You pretty much aren't rolling, but you get 1.
Oh yeah. So it's gonna be two on Chandra.
Yeah, so 2 is gonna go to Chandra.
Owie. I thought I just punched. Oh, you have to enter, Michael.
Oh yeah, you gotta press enter.
Yeah.
All right, elf number 2. I guess we're shooting Chandra with number 2. Since I don't have any phoenixes to trample to death anymore.
Oh, because you snared the skies. Oh my tap dancing. Oh!
Are you ready for the game to end?
Okay, so yeah, I'm not super heated. It's like I can't. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Rolling 4 combat dice.
Oh, you got a shield. Oh no, wait, she's still dead. That's right. The trample came in clutch.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so that's 5.
You took
that's,
5.
That's
you're
game, dude.
Dead.
Yeah. Dude.
Trample.
Chandra.
Trample actually was clutch right there because now I can just kill the Phoenix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Chandra just
number
dies.
3. Number 3.
Chandra just like the elves just like yeah.
That was a trap, man. That was a trap. I was waiting for you to come across that bridge.
Dude, the bridge is no fun. Yeah, so Chandra just like falls into the river and just floats away. Help me!
She keels over. Yeah, she fell into the
river.
Over,
yeah, dude.
I got last attack. Yeah, your Phoenix is dead. I don't know if you wanted me to finish off your Phoenix, but I just rolled. You're definitely dead.
It's a stupid ass Phoenix. Yeah, dude. Good game, dude. Good game. Dude, Chandra defeated. Hi-oh! Yeah. She doesn't even get a chance to planeswalk away. She's just like, oh, smacked in the head. She's like bleeding. Like, oh, I thought that was part of my hair.
Part of my hair.
Oh yeah, is she a redhead?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. And then her hair turns into fire because why not? Yeah.
I think I've seen so much Chandra art where like her hair is fire that I guess I don't actually
You didn't even know. Yeah. I thought she was bald.
Actually, you're right. You can tell. I'm like looking at the picture on Roll20. Yeah, she has like there's an outline for her hair.
I was gonna say I've got the poster of her hanging on the wall behind me, but yeah, no, she
She does have hair. She's a redhead. Of course, she's a redhead. Why wouldn't?
Yeah, and then I got the other picture of Chandra right next to me, and yeah, her hair's on fire again.
Oh, okay, yeah, of course.
She's constantly doing that. Will you just turn that off? That's how she stays warm. You know, she doesn't have to wear a hat. Good game, dude. Good game. Excellent.
Oh, yeah,
Excellent.
GG's.
Good stuff, dude. Yeah. So, so is it? Yeah, Nisa gets to protect the Omen Path, and you know, she makes sure that she really is making sure, like, oh, what creatures are coming from the other worlds, and she's kind of making sure that nothing that otherworldly is coming to invade her realm. So nice, dude. Good game, dude.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna shut down the OBS at this time.
Oh yeah, you gotta kill the recording.
Stop recording. Stop. Yeah, dude. Sweet.
I'm shocked your mini PC can handle like the recording and, well, I don't know.
It's funny because I hit stop recording and it says stopping recording, but it's still recording. Oh. You can stop now.
Uh-oh.
You were just saying something about my micro PC having a hard time?
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm shocked it's not having a hard time, because, that's... I wouldn't
It says
expect that to handle this very well.
stopping recording. It doesn't say recording stopped.
Uh-oh, guess what?
No, we'll just shoot the shit for a minute until it stops, I guess.
I was about to say, guess what? Your file is probably corrupted. Now you can't even use it.
Oh, no, we'll just have to do it again. Oh, it works. It worked, yeah.
Oh, okay. I would say at least you have my live stream,
Yeah,
so like, maybe you could try and download my YouTube live stream or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I could do that. Yep. My man, making the YouTube live streams. It is a lot of work though, dude. So I do applaud you, and I appreciate, you even making the videos in the first place and everything. So.
Well, I mean, live streaming is not really work. It's the extra 10 minutes before each stream to play for an hour.
Yeah. No, it's cool. All right, I'm gonna shut down the OBS. Hopping. So yeah, dude, look at how fast we did this. 9:17. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna be a quick game, and that's really how the AOTP game is. It's you set up the board, you sit down, and it's like a 20-minute game, and then that's it. It's really not supposed to take hours and hours and hours.
No.
So
I think ideally it takes like 45 minutes to an hour, but that's, I mean, when we play with Don, dude, like the 3-player games though, like it does take longer. Like every player you add, like you're talking probably another 20 to 30 minutes, depending on the scenario, of course, but generally it's probably another 20 or 30 minutes.
Oh yeah. Oh, casual creatures chat. I'm just like, I'll catch up on messages. Why did I not see any of these?
I don't know. I just pinged you. I just pinged you, but I mean, it's just, I don't know, just for no reason other than having a ping there while we go live.
No, it's just funny. Like I'm seeing all this like stuff from Shri. I'm like, I didn't even see any of that stuff. It's funny.
Oh, from
Cool,
the
cool.
other, his snow tiles. Those look pretty freaking cool. I'm impressed. Like those look better than the actual HeroScape tiles, like the snow tiles from HeroScape.
Oh, I'll have to check out what he did. Or
I would have preferred what he did here to like just pure white entirely. Like, have you seen the HeroScape snow tiles?
Oh yeah, no, I've got them. I got them even right in front of me.
Okay.
Remember that whole the whole the snow wall. Oh, but he used a foam brush to do his.
Yeah, and like just to like tap
pretty
the top.
cool.
That looks pretty good. I like that more than like just the everything is pure white.
Oh yeah, no, the pure white actually it
just
kind of
doesn't
looks
look that
hokey or
Yeah,
something.
I
Like
agree.
they just didn't try. Yeah.
It was probably easier, right? Because like you just put like white.
I actually did very similar to what he did for my lava tiles. So I took green grass tiles, I spray painted them all red, and then I dry brushed the gray on top, and now they look very similar to the original base game ones. I even see people that will put like the wash on their tiles, and those look amazing.
Really? Ooh, I haven't seen that.
Oh yeah, I'll have to post about it sometime.
I have seen a lot of people, doing like the custom, like making like 24 hex like lava set or like lava terrain, like converting like a grass or whatever. Like I could easily do that. I should probably.
Yeah.
Just be like so I can make a cooler lava theme map. But I have 2 lava sets, and I don't think I've ever really like had to use both of them and then feel like I still needed more. So, whatever.
That's cool. No, I'm just glad, I think you think about, the channel, and I know you've seen a lot of people kind of come and go through the Discord and everything. So, I hope the community keeps growing, and definitely with me bringing, starting a YouTube channel, I hope bring more awareness and more, just with more videos and everything. We just kind of keep seeing more people come and everything. So
you get to play with the more glamorous part though, of like making it look cool and setting up like a cool story.
Yeah, no, but I know it's also a lot of work. So
there's gonna be a flavor for everyone.
Like I told you before, I'd been on YouTube before, so I know it's a hell of a lot of work, and it's what do you want to get out of it, and what do you want to do with it? So yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I still feel like my first couple of videos didn't come out how I thought they were gonna come out. It's like, oh yeah, that was very different in my mind. But I don't know, that's what it is. It's a learning curve and everything else too. So no, I'm just glad to just kind of hang out and have fun. And really, I thought this game was entirely dead and nobody gave a shit and nobody cared, and that was that. It's like, it's like, Mike, you're the only person in the world playing this game. Nobody else gives a shit.
No, dude, I flame people. I forget. I think I've jokingly even said. Well, I mean, yeah, you saw the meme with the Dr. Fauci.
Yeah, Dr. Fauci, yeah.
Yeah, so I am the AOTP. But like, I'll sit there and like I'll just meme and be like, yeah, I'm the greatest AOTP player in the world. Somebody prove me wrong. Like I actually did that on the HeroScape. With the hero, like when I posted the first tournament I was telling you about on the HeroScapers website, like I was like, hey, I'm like, anyone who wants to kick my ass and prove that they're better than me, the best player at AOTP, let's see what you got. But yeah, no one took it. But
no, that's
it was like pretty much all the dudes who already played AOTP in the Discord. So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I was playing HeroScape in real life the other day.
It was all right.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
We were expecting anywhere from 3 to 5, and we ended up with 2. So.
Oh, fair enough.
The one guy who said he was gonna come, he got kind of sick and just decided he wasn't gonna make it.
Yeah. No, fair enough. Yeah. No, that's cool.
So I played a couple of 1v1s. We just did like random drafts of like unique figures for the one game, and then we used like some of like the worst like competitive.
Really?
HeroScape figures in the other game. Like some of them were like amongst like the trashiest ones that like there's not that good. So that was a meme fest, and then we did a draft where we drafted each other's armies. So like my opponent drafted my army,
God,
and then I drafted his.
Oh,
I was much nicer to him than he was to me.
Junk. Oh
yeah.
Wow.
That might be a fun tournament to run for AOTP someday too.
I think so. Yeah, that sounds like a good. Sounds like a good time.
You just build like the worst army you can build, but every game you play, your opponent is using the army that you built, and we'll see who wins.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh man. Oh, that's funny though, because I always think of your logic where you've got really good builds, you got a really good understanding of this combination of guys. Like I don't know, we played not too long ago. I think it was Nahiri or something. I don't know. You had like I had like a couple guys, and you had like 5 units. I was like, damn, he freaking math whiz this whole army
all
list.
The cheapest.
It's like you maximize the point value and everything. I was like, wow, what a list you came up with. I was like, yeah. So it's very fun. So it's the inverse of what you did. It's like,
pretty much.
Super cool.
Which I think that might be a cool concept, because like they call that, at least the HeroScapers call it, reverse the whip. Where it's like, I think what they try and do is like, they do like the first, so like, or do they alternate games? It's something like you play 2 games in a row where you use the army that you bring or that you crafted, and then you play 2 games in a row where at the start of the game you swap armies with the opponent. So now they're using the army that you brought that you used for the first 2 games. It's an interesting concept to prevent like metagaming, and like here's the thing. So it's like that's cool, and I kind of get it. My biggest 2 problems are, well, number one, it's like I don't know for HeroScape strictly, like I don't fully understand how all the HeroScape figures work. Like I don't play it nearly enough. So it's like when I have to swap the army that I'm comfortable with for something that I have like absolutely no clue how it operates, it's like I don't want anything to do with that tournament personally. Because like now if I did that in AOTP, it's like sure, like I pretty well understand how almost everything works. But and then number 2 also being is like, well, I'm not sure that the AOTP meta has been really fleshed out as far as like a tournament meta.
Yeah.
Like HeroScape, they've played dozens and dozens of, like they have 50 something, online players
well, they got,
that like
they
are
got
playing
the community
all the time.
that back it up though. Yeah.
Yeah. Where it's like for me, it's like I play sometimes IRL with people who don't fully understand the game though. Where it's like I don't think there's enough people who fully understand AOTP and like how to work the meta and like build like meta armies to actually understand like what is meta, like what's broken compared to what's not broken. So it's like I don't really feel the need to hold a tournament where it's like build the shitty army and give it to the opponent because no one knows what's shitty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Could be
Let's
fun.
see. I want to ask you: have you ever played Burnout format in HeroScape?
I've never heard of that. What is that?
So there was I saw a video. The guy was saying that there's a format called that, and I thought I saw it in the HeroScape online on the HeroScapers Discord.
Maybe.
So basically, you have three armies.
Well, I was
right?
banned from that low
Yeah,
Discord.
I know.
I ascended so high that I had to be banned. So it's understandable.
Yeah.
I don't blame them. But anyway, go ahead.
But what is it? So like, let's say you make up 3 armies, or you have three different planeswalkers with their own units attached to them, right? And then I have 3 armies, 3 planeswalkers with 3, with all their different squads associated with them, or heroes, hero creatures or squads.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, so you and me, we find a battlefield, and then it's your army 1 versus my army 1. We go to fight, and you beat my army 1. Well, then I would whip out my army 2, but you would continue with whoever survives the first battle, and I would start with my fresh army 2, and we would fight. And then if you were to beat my army 2 with your army 1 still, I would then just start over with my army 3, and then we would fight. Now, if my army 3 were to finally defeat your army 1, you would then come out with your army 2, and we would fight. So it's like gets down to the last man standing or whatever. Yeah,
I see what you mean. It's like some weird survival like horde thing almost. Where it's like you kill the first wave and then the next wave shows up and you got to try and survive that wave. But it's kind of horde like waves both ways though to be like right. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I can send you a video on it. The guy made a YouTube video that I saved, and it's like, oh, very interesting. That's a HeroScape format.
That would be a very long format, I feel like, especially for AOTP though.
It takes a long time. Yeah, I did it once, and I was like, wow, this takes a long time. But it was really cool to just see who really can endure in combat, and who how, and who wins, and who. If your army 1 beat all 3 of the other army, it's like you learn a lot about that army 1 that
That's
you
true.
chose. Yeah,
that
or
might be
you
a
think
good way
about
to become
even
really
the order of them. It's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't use army 3. I should use that as army 1 instead, or whatever. So
is that how it goes too? So it's like if my army 1 beats your army 1, like do you get to choose whether you deploy number 2 or number 3 next, or like do you have to decide that order? Like number 1, 2, and 3 always show up in that order.
Yeah, I guess I don't remember the particular rules, so yeah, I'd have to read.
Yeah, like there's a lot you'd have to hash out. Like what about enchantments? What about spells? That kind of thing. Don, dude, we're in the Discord chat. Don's in my YouTube chat. Don, he says reverse whip isn't about making your own army worse. Well, I mean, it is in a way. You play 2 rounds with yours and then 1 round with theirs. Okay. So the incentive is to play, it's to play something that's like medium good, but not broken. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at, right? Like you play a couple rounds with your own, and then a couple rounds with the other guys. So it's like, right.
Interesting.
I.e., they made it to de-escalate rat meta. Okay. I imagine a fully developed AOTP universe reverse whip would de-emphasize Twin Flame. I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, I wouldn't want to do a reverse the whip meta for AOTP just for Twin Flame. I would just be like ban Twin Flame and play everything else, because I feel like Twin Flame is like head and shoulders swingy, busted compared to most other things.
Yeah. That's fun.
But yeah, that the other half of that equation is, of course, right, people understanding the meta, or at least the meta as I see it. My idea of the meta might be wrong because people just haven't discovered how to play better, right? Like that's exactly.
Oh, yeah, I do it every time I play with you. I learn something new. And why would you want to play with someone that's better than you? Well, because you don't learn if you're always just beating somebody. Which, yeah, you're probably not learning new stuff by always kicking my ass. But I know I always learn new tactics and things about the game. So yeah, so I definitely appreciate your tutelage and everything else. So yeah, very interesting.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure I learned something most of the time. I wouldn't say I learned anything this game. Like this felt like this was just natural green to me. I just I kited you in because it's freaking Nissa. Like this is just green. They shoot you and they run away and you have to chase them down. And then I just steamroll you.
We're generating YouTube video content. Yeah, now it's gonna proliferate out the internet. People are gonna see it. They're gonna be like, "Ooh, shiny waterfall. What is that?" And they're going to click on the video, and then they're going to find our channels, and then they're going to hang out in the Discord, and then we're going to have more people for you to beat their brains in.
Yeah, that's it, dude. That's what I want to see, though. That's what I mean. Yeah, it's like I'm here. I'm here telling people, yo, try and fight me if you think you're the best AOTP player, because I want to see someone beat me. I want to see some new tactics that I haven't thought of, because I'd like to know, what's the meta. I don't want to hear only my voice deciding what the meta is, because that's just not cool to me. I mean, whatever, it is what it is. But I would love to hear more thoughts on. Yeah. Don says, in our case, I just like Reverse Whip because it's a banger format for playtesting stuff. Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Maybe it's what we'll do for like I do want to hold like some kind of playtesting tournament with what am I thinking of? With our new Zendikar expeditions. Like, once I get
at least you gotta use your stuff. You can't use my stuff because it's just you'll pull a spell card and be like, Mike.
No, it would be an internal. Like, it would be like an internal, or well, after our internal playtest between like Don and Arcanus and I. Finishing our playtest is like, okay, we'll have like a tournament to be like, all right, it's only official AOTP plus Zendikar expeditions, which this is like when we're pretty much on the verge of calling it quote-unquote official, of course, not that we're actually official, but to be like, okay, yes, we're gonna condone this for like tournament play, for like home play, to be like, here's the set, it's quote-unquote released, have fun. But like what Don is saying is like, maybe we do a play test tournament like that, to be like, all right, like the first 2 games you use your army, but then the last 2 or whatever, maybe the next 2 games you switch, so it's like now the other guy is play testing that figure, which actually might be kind of cool.
Yeah. No, and you think about being in somebody else's shoes and seeing what they see. It's like, oh, now I see why you were doing that earlier in the game when you were doing this or activating that. It's like, oh, you were doing this because of this. It's like, then it would all kind of click in your mind. So very cool,
and
man.
Actually, that's one way to what am I thinking of? Like to percolate ideas. I'm not sure if I'm thinking of the right word, but to generate ideas, to be like, right, people are going to be playing crap they've never played before. Including a spell deck, which is like, ooh, okay, how do you make this work? It's gonna be interesting. It would be an interesting format to attempt. I wonder, I do wonder how many people would understand like what's going on. Like if I shoved a bunch of army cards and spell cards in front of you, do you understand like what its general win cons are, or even like the loss cons? I suppose. Like
necessarily.
If X happens, does that mean you lose, or if Y happens, does that mean you win, or like how do you set up the win cons? Like, I think there's going to be enough people that don't understand how to set that up for AOTP. That's the thing.
No, and I think about even just like Magic the Gathering, where you'll buy, if you go to your local comic book shop or whatever card store, you buy the brand new Magic deck, pre-made 60 card, or if you buy a Commander deck, you buy the deck. Inside the deck, there's always an insert. And you fold and you open it up, and it tells you kind of what the deck is all about and some of the tactics. And you wouldn't necessarily get that. And and just because you read this paragraph about the way the deck works doesn't mean that when you go to sit down, 1, you remember what that thing said, and then 2, the cards that are in your hand and what you play with, you still have to really, I think, discover it for yourself.
Right.
Somebody could tell you till they're blue in the face about how the deck or how the army cards would work. I think you have to really discover it for yourself as you play, and you see how the mechanics and the battlefield and where they all are. And yeah, I think it's just something that you have to internalize that way.
That's a really big thing with AOTP.
Speaking
of like the deck, or not with AOTP, it's semi big with AOTP, but especially with Magic the Gathering. Sorry, I just want to jump on a point that you kind of touched on. It's like, right. So like you have a whole deck of, is it 40 or 60? What's the deck?
60 cards.
So, right.
It's
so you have a whole deck of 60 cards. But it's like, okay, you know what all 60 of them are supposed to do. But it's like at any given time you have what, between like 5 and 7 of them in your hand. So it's like, right, how do you make that hand work knowing there's some number of them still in the deck? Right? Like how do you plan for the future? And in some ways that, again, it's only in some ways that carries over to AOTP, because it's like, okay, like the deck's a lot smaller here, right? The games are generally quicker. Like usually the games end, but within a couple of turns after your deck is gone, if not before. Like this game, I mean, how many cards did we draw? Like 8. Yeah, like so.
Yeah.
But it's like looking at your hand and be like, okay, like so you know what the deck is supposed to do. Like even in AOTP, that could be a thing. That's like what the army, like the creatures and the spells are supposed to do. But you start with 3 out of the 12 cards, so it's like at the very beginning of the game, you only have about 25% of your potential. So it's like, how do you make that work? That's the thinking part, right?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. They're all decision trees in your hand.
Yes.
And that's why I like it. You know, in Magic the Gathering, it's a decision tree in your hand. But in AOTP, it's your hand plus what's on the battlefield. Where
which is another layer.
Which is a total kind of, you have to think about that. So, yeah. No, it's really cool. It's a real imaginative, battlefield, and you have to think about how all that works. So
all the positioning and stuff too.
One
reason why Don and I think we rag on you for like all of your spells that are just like target creature takes 3 damage, but it's like, wait, it doesn't need like line of sight, or like doesn't need to be next to one of my guys. You're just like, it's global, it doesn't matter where it is, it just dies.
No, and I in some of the new guys that have been joining the Discord, and I applaud them for sharing, but now I once again stepping in someone else's shoes, I see some of the stuff they're sharing, and I'm like, oh, I see what's wrong with some of the cards that I share. Like, it totally makes sense now.
Well, it's not really that it's wrong.
Oh, yeah.
It's not really that it's wrong, but I think, again, this is me personally, that it's like kind of out of flavor with how most of everything else in AOCP works. That, like, even if you look at most of the official spells and abilities, it's like, usually there's like, hey, you gotta be adjacent to one of my guys, or like my Planeswalker has to be able to see your guy. Yeah. Or like a lot of your spells are just like, pick a creature and it takes damage. And it's like, well, damn, there's no way for me to play around that as the opponent, right? Yeah. It's just like, well, it's like, unless I have a counter spell, like blue, I guess, is the only way, but okay, every other color is just boned. Jose says this is a great way to test new cards that would be implemented in AOTP. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I mean, this is how we do it. Yeah, I mean, just by playing the game and it discovering what it can and can't do, and just checking it out. So
Shinobi, I'm gonna beg you. Is there any way? All right, maybe not beg you, but I'll talk to you about this. Is there some way to like add like how we have like the way I have my room set up with like the maps, with like the height numbers on the maps, so like you can actually tell it's like, okay, there's some high ground here, or like there's glyphs. Can you? How hard would it be for you? I guess even if you just conceptualize it in your head right now, in theory, how hard would it be for you to like add numbers on here, or add like a glyph or 2 on these, so that there's something else to do other than just like run to the middle and shoot each other?
Oh no, yeah, I totally could do that. If you remember when we played the initial games in the Winter Wonderland that I'd set up, I had some height levels associated with that. Yeah. I just didn't take the time to click the button, and because basically it's the text field available in Roll20, and I just picked it up, dragged it, copied, and then just copy and paste, and but you think about how many hexes are on that battlefield. There's literally hundreds of hexes on it, so it's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna click the button 100-something times. I'm like, I just straight up didn't do that.
No, I don't blame you for that.
Yeah,
it's time consuming. Yeah. Oh, okay. totally understandable. That's why I was asking, like, if you conceptualize
but
it. Like, for
but
me,
no,
yeah, dude,
as
like, this
we,
is how many hexes
you
have you
know,
counted? Like, this is probably easily, like, 300, 400, huh, on this thing?
yeah, it's something like
It's
that.
like, to do
Yeah.
that 400 times, I can see why you wouldn't really want to. That's just kind of dumb.
Yeah, and you know, I didn't know. Oh, is the waterfall a place we're gonna visit quite often? Like, I didn't necessarily know that. So yeah.
Well, I mean,
But we easily
even
could
for
have. Yeah.
even for my own maps, like, I think you've seen the pool of maps. I forgot I'm not on. Oh, I just crashed. I just crashed out of the game. Like, on my own AOTP rooms, like, we have only, like, what, 10 maps? Like, it's a small pool of maps, but it's like you set up like 5 maps, and it's like just make them varied. You know what I mean? It's like, make one where there's like a giant mountain in the middle. Make another one where it's like, yeah, it's like this one where it's like maybe it's mostly flat, and then there's like one bridge in the middle, and there's a lot of water. Like, if you made varied maps that are like, you kind of get the idea of like, here's a map where like there's one giant spot in the middle that everyone wants. Here's a map where like maybe there's 2 glyphs on the outside that like people want to contend for. So it's like you gotta split up or only pick one of them to fight, and then the other guy gets the other one for free. And it's like, what do? You know what I mean? Like, different, again, like, create different. What am I thinking of? Like almost like hotspots or points of interest for players to want to tackle.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or different pathing, like even like the water here. But like the water here very much on this map makes it so that like the bridge is a choke point. Like, the bridge is absolutely a choke point on this map.
Oh, it definitely is.
Except for like the Phoenixes or like Omnixilis, because then you fly over the water. Or Kiora, because she can just go through the water. But it's like, you have these interesting maps that like encourage different figures to do different things. Like, and then of course like the different spells or like glyphs. Again, like put a glyph maybe in the water and like out of the way, or I don't know. It's fun stuff like this. It's like you only have to set up like 3 or 4 maps that are like they're all have their own like variations, so that like when you playtest your figures, you realize, oh, this specific guy is good at, you know, this kind of map because, you know, whatever, name X reason.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, oh, Omnixilis would be good on this map because he just flies over the water and kills anyone he wants.
He would just,
right?
Yeah, he would just jump back and forth. Yeah,
yes.
No problem.
But like someone like, I don't know, like Gideon would probably suck in this map because it's like, oh, there's a choke at the bridge, and now Gideon like can't even get across the bridge. So it's like, like you'll come to realize
faces away. Yeah.
Like, this is why I don't know if you've seen like, I've done all my stupid ass monotonous playtests, but that's the reason why I do it. Is like I try and play different colors, like, you know, Gideon versus black on like a map like this, and then Gideon versus red on another map that has like maybe no roads at all, and then it's like, oh, it's just to like try to get an idea of like, what, you know, does this guy have weaknesses and does he have strengths as well, you know? Like, there's got to be a little bit of both so that he doesn't just feel too generic, and of course not too strong and not too weak.
No, definitely.
So like, try and keep that in your mind. Have you ever read, and I'm ranting now, but did you read that link that I sent you about like the Heroescapers, about like how you create points of interest for the players?
Oh yeah. No, I just didn't apply those principles to this map. Like I said, it was just to save time and then to generate a video. Yeah, so
that's fine.
But yeah, I'll definitely keep that in mind for future builds.
Absolutely, man. I'm not mad at you for doing that. I'm just saying, like I said, this is kind of like a me begging you to be like, I don't mind playtesting.
Well,
like,
because you think about, you know, as we build out this game and we think about all these different worlds that we can go and visit. Yeah, we don't want every world to just be a very flat place. Otherwise, we're just going back to the sandpit that we originally got with the base game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we should add the elevation and the glyphs and all these other things that will make for really unique interactions. So yeah, of course, man, of course.
Splitting up and or choosing an important spot for your army versus an important spot for their army. Which we briefly talked about, I think, when you mentioned the whole, like, you used to have, like, were you thinking about, like, mana markers for, like, oh, here's some white mana markers and here's some blue?
I'm thinking about making a video about that in like, upcoming week.
That is one way to create like, points of interest, although that's probably tricky, but it's cool to be like, okay, like, the white mana markers, if I'm white, I'm like, I want those. And then my opponent might be blue, and, like, there's blue mana markers on the other side. Well, it's like, okay, now he and I both have decisions to make. It's like, should I try and deny you the blue ones, or should I just push and get my white ones? Like, it helps. I'm not, and in theory, I think that's a good idea. Now, does it, does it pan out in execution? I don't know.
we won't know until we actually absolutely try that. So yeah,
it's like, how powerful, right? Are those mana? The mana, whatchamacallits, the how powerful are the mechanics related to those, right? Yeah, is there enough drive to do that? Jose said, no, there's nothing wrong with your customs. He says, in your own eyes, it seems good. Then when you hear of other people's way of playing, you notice some things are overpowered or too weak. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. That's why, like, I don't want to come across as like someone who's like, no, everything you've done is wrong. Rather, like you see why we say like some of your stuff is like, damn, like this is just global.
Yeah,
There's
I
no
didn't
conditions.
realize. Yeah,
Yet the only condition to
man.
playing the spell is just draw it. Where like a lot of other things are like, well, you got to draw it, and then like sometimes there's board conditions you got to meet to get some powerful effects.
Yeah, totally.
And I would never tell you exactly. I would never tell you it's wrong. It's just like maybe you have a style, and that's it is what it is.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Yeah, I think yeah, if we had that kind of like and I've never felt that way, that anytime you guys told me, "Oh yeah, that's just straight up, that's not right." It's like, well, yeah, it's not right because of these reasons, you know.
Right.
We don't ever, we're very open and you know, and
I don't care, dude.
welcoming to people, but yeah, you also don't want to break the game, because a game that's broken instantly becomes not fun. That's why we see monthly ban lists in Magic the Gathering. Hell, they even print cards and then immediately ban some of them because they realize, ooh, that should have never passed.
Overtook the
that should have never passed R&D in the first place. So yeah, I mean that stuff happens. So
AKA
you know, you got to keep testing the waters, got to keep testing the boundaries to see what is possible. Otherwise, the game get really stale, and you know, you never learn in advance. So
right. No, exactly, and I just want to reiterate, yeah, like if you think something's not busted, dude, like talk shit. I don't care. Like talk shit and be like, no, I'm wrong. It was like I don't really want to be the guy that comes out and says, yeah, like your custom is wrong, but rather I'll be like, okay, here's some precedent, and like here's what I see in my experience.
Yeah.
Now here's why I think, you know, either like whatever the text is like, it doesn't really like go along with AOT precedent, or it's like it's really broken in the game, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. So it's like like I don't want to be the official, you know, hey, come to me. Like I don't want to be the Dr. Fauci as much as I like to meme about it. I don't want to be the science and everyone has to listen to me. However, like I have my logic, so let me explain. And like if you still think I'm wrong or something, it's like, well, it is what it is. And when I run my tournaments, I won't be using your customs if you make them ultra broken. Like, or maybe if I do run a tournament, I'll be like, okay, everything's broken. Let's just have fun, right?
Yeah. No. Yeah, I think about that too. Yeah, and you also got to think about where I come from with my story driven, and you know, game masters and different kind of like bosses. Like there's a boss for this mission or level. Like that's like no wonder why you can do 1 damage to some dude way across from the battlefield. You know, you don't need line of sight for that. Well, yeah, it's because this is supposed to be like some kind of epic battle that you're not necessarily ever supposed to even be able to defeat or get through. You know, so you know, I want to keep people on the edge of their seat. I want to keep them enticed. Like, am I gonna die? Am I gonna die? Like, yeah, of course. I want them to be scared out of their wits, because if you're just kind of just running around bashing people in and never feeling like there's any kind of like sense that you're in danger or anything, yeah, that doesn't make for any kind of fun game. It's like using Game Genie codes or something, you know. Oh, God mode, and then you're just running through it.
God mode. What was I thinking? It's gotta be like thrilling. It's gotta be thrilling. That's what you're trying to do. Yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness.
All right. Cool, man. Well, thank you again so very much, everybody, for joining. Dawn and Jose and all the others for watching. I think I'm actually going to jump off tonight, if you don't mind. And I really appreciate you jumping on and checking out the waterfall and the omen and protecting the omen paths with your elven magic. Beating down Chandra and tossing her in the water, and she's drowning. And that's
with the fishes, dude.
No, great game, dude, and thanks so much for playing, and thanks everybody at home. Thanks for watching.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, GG's. Take it easy, Shinobi.
Yeah. All right, be well, everybody. Catch you on the flip side.
We're out of here.
All right, bye.
Later, fellas. Good night.